public safety is our number one concern as elected officials. It is our number one concern. And we drew upon the experience of other states, both the lessons, the good and the bad. And the other states that we looked to showed us that this is not going to be used a lot. But when it's needed, it absolutely will be critical, and it had to be there. This is a hole in our law that we are filling today for, again, it's a small group of situations, but it's a small group that can turn very, very deadly very quickly. And so, again, with that, we've got the best drafted, the most thought through law of this type in the country. It is light years ahead of the other states in their approaches to this situation. Again, we've drawn on their lessons and we think built a better mousetrap, and one that the rest of the country can look to as they continue to adopt red flag laws. There's two ways to go about this. You start with an emergency order, which is at a similar standard to that of a search warrant. And so you've got to have someone come to court in a verified pleading. That happens on an immediate basis because we've got these situations where you've got to step in right away. Then you go to the 6-month order. That's the plenary order.
That first part is 14 days,
right,
isn't it?
14 days maximum. So that way, if you're absolutely protective of the person's private property rights and their ability not to have this be brought against them improperly. The second part is a clear and convincing standard of evidence, which is a higher standard than a mere preponderance, that 50% plus one. We've really got to be sure. And at that point, you can enter the 6-month order. An important protection that was negotiated here was if you don't prove the clear and convincing evidence, the entire case is expunged. So we don't have people tagged with something that it was improperly tagged. Because that is something we've found in our orders of protection and others, that there are places where folks can get they can be red flagged even though they didn't actually have a court hearing against them. So those are the two parts, and then the order can be extended, but again, you've got to prove that the person is still dangerous.